Good morning, Miss Sakura. Yes, good morning.
You look beautiful as ever today. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Every morning when I get to school, there's one beautiful girl that is surrounded by all of the classmates. Not only is she so beautiful that anybody would chase after her with their eyes, she also had brilliant grades, and her family has a major company and is wealthy. She was blessed not only twice, but 3 times, and her name is Sakura Sakurazaka.
Just is so cute. Just because of her, I still feel glad that I came to this high school. That's over-exaggerated. What if it just was? I wish I could make her my girlfriend.
Now that we're juniors, I guess I should just feel lucky that I got to be in the same class as her. This goes without saying, but I, Takudo Sakurami, had a crush on Miss Sakura. Well, it would almost be weird not to fall for such a beautiful girl that was like an angel. However, as you can see, I'm a loser at school without any redeeming qualities. And so, just to be able to admire her from the corner of the classroom every day was enough for me.
Ugh, Takuto is staring at Miss Sakura again. He's so weird.
But all the other guys are looking at her too. That being said, it is understandable to be grossed out by it from a third-party perspective. I should try not to look at her so much anymore. The reason why I developed a crush on Miss Sakura was actually related to the library club last year. We both happened to be part of the same club, and during our break time and after school, there were a lot of times that we would be assigned together. Because of that, I naturally began to talk to her, and I was drawn even more to her personality and her attractiveness. Well, now that we're in different clubs, I don't have any opportunities to talk to her, but that was such a nice time. If I had the opportunity, I would love to be able to get close to her again. That's what I was thinking, when one day after school, I finished up an errand for my homeroom teacher, and I was getting ready to leave and head back to the classroom when nearby I heard a girl scream. What happened?
Sakura! She suddenly just collapsed!
Miss Sakura! Miss Sakura, can you hear us? Wake up! She stopped breathing. Wait, but why isn't everyone trying to do anything? Somebody, please, just hurry up and bring the AED!
Sure.
I just need to give her a heart massage and CPR for now. Please, come back, please! With all the commotion, more and more people were gathering. However, not one person tried to help. I just didn't want to lose the person that I liked, and I did what I could to continue giving her CPR.
Takuto.
Miss Sakura! Oh, thank goodness. Before the ambulance arrived, she was somehow able to regain consciousness. With this, we would still be able to have a happy school life with Miss Sakura around. Or so I thought, but reality was much more devastating.
Can you believe he was massaging her chest like that? Not only that, but he was even giving her mouth to mouth and used an AED. That's so disgusting.
Seriously, what a horrible guy. No matter how much you like Miss Sakura, I can't believe he was touching her body while she was unconscious.
Why am I being told off? When I wasn't doing anything shady at all. All I did was do what was necessary and give her CPR to save her life, but starting the next day, everyone in the class labeled me as a pervert. Of course, the teachers understood the situation and they praised me for it, but I was even more isolated from the class and had nowhere to go. I wonder how Miss Sakura is doing. I heard that her life was saved, so that's good, but it's been hard going to school every day. I'm home. Wait, I just remembered that Mom and Dad are both away on a business trip. Even if I stayed home from school, I'm home alone anyway, so nobody will say anything. Yes. Any guess that this time must be some door-to-door salesman. That's what I thought, but when I opened the door, standing there was a middle-aged and very well-put-together gentleman. May I ask who you are? I'm very sorry to bother you and show up without any prior notice. I am Sakura Sakurazaka's father. But father? What, but why, wait, are you here to tell me you're gonna sue me for touching your daughter's body, even though it was an emergency situation? I swear I didn't have any ulterior motives whatsoever. Her heart was stopped and she wasn't breathing, so I just wanted to save her, that's all. It seems like you have some kind of misunderstanding, but you can relax. I came here today to thank you for saving Sakura's life the other day. To thank me? It seemed like this would be a longer conversation, so I invited Miss Sakura's father into my living room. First, I'd like to explain a little bit more about Sakura. Ever since she was a little girl, she has a very weak heart. She's had a few surgeries over the years, and we've taken her in and out to the hospital often. Oh, I didn't know that. But that reminds me, she always sits out during gym class. Now it makes sense. Recently, her body seemed stabilized, and so we weren't as worried anymore. But I couldn't have imagined she would have an episode in school. If you hadn't acted quickly and taken such precise measures, even her doctor said that she may not have been saved. So thank you, truly. But please, raise your head. I just did the bare minimum that any human should have done. Is that so? According to the teacher, it sounded like all of the other students weren't able to do anything, and they were just standing around watching. Even if you know what to do in your mind, there aren't that many people in this world who can turn that into action. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, how is Miss Sakura doing? Ah, thanks to you, she is hospitalized, but she has calmed down quite a bit. If it would be alright with you, would you mind coming to visit her in the hospital? Only if you'd like. You mean me? I don't think she'd be happy to see me, though. What are you saying? Of course she would be. My daughter also wants to thank you, and I know she'll be happy without a doubt, so if possible, I would like to ask you to come. If you insist, sir, then sure I will. Mr. Sakurazaka said this to me, but how did Miss Sakura really feel about it? I was prepared for the worst and for her to hate me, but the next day, I went to the hospital where she was resting and…
Hey, thank you so much for saving me.
What?
Why are you so shocked?
Well, I mean, even though it was an emergency situation,
Wait a minute, are you worried that you gave me mouth to mouth and that you had to touch my body? I'm not bothered by that at all. I am more bothered that you had a negative feeling even though you saved my life.
Really? Even if you might feel that way, when I think about standards for the rest of the world.
Oh, then please allow me to correct you. Perhaps there are women who would not want a man to give them resuscitation. However, it does not bother me at all. If anything, I am full of gratitude. If this is going to bother you, then, let's see. Why don't we have you take responsibility for it?
Responsibility?
Of course, that means that you are going to have to take me as your wife.
What? Miss Sakura as my wife? I'm home.
Welcome home, honey. Do you want dinner or to take a bath? Or do you want me first?
I think I'll have you then.
Aw, honey.
Oh, no, there's no way. I mean, of course it would be a dream to be like that with Miss Sakura in the future, but…
Your face is so red. What were you imagining just now?
Well, that's,
I was just joking. I'm sorry for teasing you.
I figured.
But I am actually thinking that that would be nice in the future, and I'm pretty serious about it.
What?
Oh, I have an examination after this. If you wouldn't mind, and only if you would be okay with it, would you please come tomorrow too?
Sure I can, but, aren't some of your friends gonna come visit you?
Oh, yeah. Those people that are always around me aren't friends like that.
What do you mean?
Being friends with me, they are probably hoping for something good to happen to them. I mean, if they were my real friends, they would have at least called me, don't you think?
Miss Sakura made a face I'd never seen before, and seeing this expression on her, I didn't know what to say.
I'm sorry, I ruined the mood a little bit.
No, if anything, I'm sorry that I couldn't say anything in return. If you're okay with it being me, I'll come here every day until you're discharged.
Thank you so much. Every day I just lay here in this bed and wait for time to pass, so now I have something good to look forward to.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Miss Sakurazaka, it's almost time for your examination.
Well then, I should get going.
Sure, but please come again tomorrow. Promise? Takuto?
Yeah, you call me by my name.
Why not? So I want you to stop calling me Miss and just call me Sakura, okay?
Sure, Sakura.
Well done!
From that day forward, just as I promised, until Sakura was discharged from the hospital, I went almost every single day to visit her. No matter how much I was bullied at school, talking to Sakura could make me forget about it all. Sakura always slammed me for coming to visit her, but in reality, I was the one that was being saved. What? You're being discharged today?
Yeah! So right now my dad is doing all of the preparations to get me discharged, but…
Why didn't you tell me yesterday? That means that I didn't need to come visit you today, right?
That's not true at all! Because if I said it, I thought you probably wouldn't come and visit me, so…
Come on, it's way too cute of a reason.
You're grinning so much. Are you making fun of me?
No, not at all, not at all. But if you wanted to see me, if you said so, I would have come anytime. Sakura, sorry to keep you waiting. All of the paperwork is finished. Well, what is this?
Dad! This is… it's nothing.
Is that so? Well then, let's just say it was nothing then.
It really is nothing, nothing at all!
I'm so glad you made a full recovery, but if life goes back to the way that it was before, then there's no question that I will have much less opportunities to talk to Sakura. There was a small part of me that was sad about it, but I held it in and went to school the next day.
Good morning, Miss Sakura! How are you feeling? Good morning, everyone. Thanks to you all, I'm fine now. I'm so glad. We all panicked when you collapsed.
I know, right? Everyone was so worried about you.
As usual, Sakura is super popular. The moment she came back, all of the classmates surrounded her in an instant. However, most of them are just trying to flatter her, and that's all they're thinking about. Seeing her expression now compared to what she was like when we were talking in the hospital room, there was a clear shadow surrounding it now. She must not even enjoy being with them. That being said, it's not like there's anything I can do about it.
Oh jeez, Takuto is here again today.
It's seriously amazing he can come to school every day. He's got some balls.
What's the matter with him? What, when you collapsed, he touched your body, didn't he? Not only that, but you were unconscious, and he took advantage and kissed you.
Seriously unbelievable. So the whole class has been confronting him about it.
Confronting him? But why?
But you wouldn't want some guy that you don't even like touching your body, right? That's why, because you're so nice, in your place, we're...
I never once thought that, nor did I ask anyone to do that! What have you done?
At that moment, the entire classroom fell silent, probably because the always kind and always mild-mannered Sakura snapped. Also, considering her health, I quickly stepped in to quiet her down. Sakura, don't you think you're getting a little too mad?
Not at all! If anything, this still isn't enough! But first of all, why didn't you tell me that you were being treated like this in school?
Well, that's, of course there was no way I could tell you. Knowing you, you'd probably blame yourself for it. Considering your health and recovery, I didn't want to make you worry unnecessarily.
Even if that were the case, that doesn't make it okay. For the person who saved my life to be treated so badly. As long as you are involved with me, don't ever try to carry it all by yourself.
I'm sorry.
As long as you understand. So, did you just say that I don't like Takuto? When did I ever say such a thing?
What? Because he's so simple and a loser and...
So what if he is simple and might be a loser? What about it? I do not dislike Takuto, not one bit. If anything, I admire Takuto, both as an individual and as a man.
The classroom became even more cold, like an icebox, but of course it would. That's because the untouchable Sakura, who was admired by every single guy in the class, just openly admitted to liking me. But why me?
Takuto, you just thought, but why me, didn't you?
What?
I know I shouldn't say this about myself, but I know that I'm popular. I am very lucky to have many people express their love for me, but the person I fell for is you.
But what about me is...
Takuto, you saved my life. Even when I was in the hospital, no matter the day, without missing a single day, you came to visit me. Is this not enough of a reason to like you?
It's not enough, but...
Of course there are plenty of other things that I like about you. So many that I can't even express them all. So please, have some confidence in yourself. You are way too hard on yourself and think of yourself too lowly.
What? Until this moment, all I ever thought was to compare myself to others and how I had nothing going for me. I didn't have any particular talents and I looked like just any other guy that could be found anywhere. On top of all that, I'm a loser and a loner, and I haven't done a single thing that I could brag to others about. I was well aware that I was the pit bottom of the class cast, and that's why I had completely given up on Sakura.
Takuto, I've told you how I feel now. Now it's your turn.
I can't believe she just said that she likes me. I had to give her an answer, otherwise it's rude. I've always liked you, Sakura.
Huh?
At first, it was love at first sight, but ever since we started talking together in the library club, I felt even more for you, and how you don't treat anybody differently and are nice to everyone. I know I don't have much going for me, but if you'd like, please go out with me.
Yes, I'd love to.
What? Sakura? Not in front of everybody.
Why not? If anything, I want to rub our love in all of their faces. That would be revenge for you too, wouldn't it?
I have a feeling Sakura is a type that you really shouldn't anger. After that, also thanks to Sakura, all of the bullying towards me immediately stopped. I was relieved that I would finally get to return to peaceful days at school. That I couldn't even remember how long it had been, but why is she so close to me?
Takuto, you seem really pale lately, but are you okay?
What? Yeah, I'm fine.
But are you sure you're not pushing yourself too much? Isn't there something on your mind or something that's bothering you?
Ever since the day we became a couple, Sakura began sickening me at all hours of the day. All of those people who had ulterior motives with Sakura completely lost any opportunities to speak to her, and now I can feel the cold glares full of various emotions directed at me. Because of that, it's extremely awkward and I feel uncomfortable, but there's no way I could tell her that. If anything, the fact that I get to be with her is all I want, so...
Takuto, do you not trust me?
That's not the case at all! I was able to become the boyfriend of the girl that I liked, so I guess I'm just overwhelmed about it, and to the point where sometimes I feel like I might be dreaming, and therefore, I'm just so happy that I can't handle it, I guess.
I'm also super happy that I get to be your girlfriend. And we're going to be together forever, okay?
What? It was almost like a proposal from her. I didn't know how to respond. Sakura's illness hasn't completely healed yet, but I know that I can promise this for sure. No matter what difficulties may come our way, I'm gonna support her with everything that I have.
Thank you for watching. How was today's video? Please check out our other videos as well.